when things start to come, like I'm talking about like in packs, like we always want to like, you know, all this good stuff is coming to us. We always like, what did I do, you know, to deserve it? You know what I'm saying? But I don't know. I just feel like it's like a. Does it sound right if I say cliche? Because like everybody, even like the most no one's not perfect, but even like the most perfect person would be like, what did I ever do to deserve this?
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
It is kind of cliche, but it's just like sometimes it's just how you feel. It's just like you look at everything around you and you take a step back and it's like, wow, like, you know, like, because there are times like even when you doubt him, it's like I doubt you. Sometimes like not saying that I do it, but like just sometimes people will call him out his name and it's like he still continues to be there for you, protect you, bless you, and it's just like, whoa. So you know.
Since we talking about I Know, track 6 is called I Know, which is one of my favorite tracks from the album.
That was actually, I called it my
was you having fun while you was recording this?
I was having a lot. That was actually my Justin Bieber song.
Yeah.
That's what I call my Justin Bieber song. Like, for some reason, I had not an obsession, but it was this song that Justin Bieber did with DJ Snake. I can't remember the song right now, but basically when I heard the beat, I was like, hold up. I was like, I can do something with this.
Yeah.
And it's just basically like, I had a lot of fun writing that song. I actually got to do it with my boy Sean. And I met him like 5 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
And Sean was actually the first person to start recording me when I started to do my Christian music. Like when I just started doing like freestyles, like coming up.
Well, Sean, you got to be on the show because Sean went in on that too. I believe that was a track. Yeah, he at the end he did like a little high note.
Yeah.
Or some I like.
And he didn't want to do it, but we made him do it.
Nah, he
didn't want to do it.
Why? Like, have you have we're not done yet with the tracks, but have you done the music video for any of these songs yet?
I know actually has a music video.
Because I was about to say like this has to be like your baby in the album, like you have to push it.
Yeah, this one is my baby. That one is actually on YouTube and it's in my bio on Instagram. But like you can look it up. It basically you just look up Jekasole and you'll find it. So that was my baby. Like I had a lot of fun. I actually did the music video and my album release party all in the same day. Like it was crazy.
Well, next time when you make another album release party, I will be there.
Okay, I'm gonna hold you to that.
Track 7, Time Again.
Time Again. I'm actually debating to do a music video between Time Again and Tug of War. Like I'm still.
Why not all 10 tracks?
Well, for my next one, I don't know yet. Like I don't know which one I want first. But
I think Tug of War. Time Again was dope, but Tug of War we need that, especially in nowadays.
It's because the vision that I have for Tug of War is just like I want it to be like a movie. Because I feel like it's just that deep. Like it can't be. You know, like usually, like, you know, with some things that they don't have nothing to do with the song, like I want to infiltrate the lyrics within what's going on. So it's like I have to sit down with that one. But Time Again is basically just a track that it was reflected towards me in the sense of I was just going through a really difficult time where I was just asking God, like, you know, like there's so many times where like I doubted you, I turned away from you, I did things that I know you told me not to do, and I did it anyway. But it's just like, you know, you're still here for me. You're still here to pick me up. And it's just like, I feel like a lot of people can identify themselves with that. Because in the sense of it's just like, you know, time and time again, like we continue to do things that we know is not right. Or just do things that, you know, we know that we could be doing better. But it's just like time and time again, like he always shows his mercy. And he always shows his grace. So it's just like, it's like that for me really hit home. So that's why I was like, you know, I was like, I had to.
Well, I hope I be in both videos.
Okay.
Glorify Your Name, track 8.
Glorify Your Name. I actually did that one with my little brother. If you look on the album, it'll say like featuring J4D.
Yeah.
And that's
your brother?
That's me and my brother. When we first started, we started off as a group. And J4D stood for Justice for Deliverance. But as we got older, my brother kind of like went towards a different path of like just making film and like choreography. Like that's what his passion was. So it's just like when we did Glorify Your Name, he actually wrote the chorus and just basically like the entire concept of the song. And like he came to me with it and he was like, just I have this idea. This is for you and we're gonna kill it. And like it was basically just like something fun. Like this is actually one of our crowd favorites, just because it's like has crowd interaction with it. But one was definitely one of our favorites. But this one is like a little bit older. I think we came out with this song maybe like 2 years ago.
So you hold it down. So y'all both hold it down. That's what's up. And then track 9, you got All I Need, featuring with Jekasole.
Yeah. Jekasole is my boy. Basically, we actually connected through Facebook through a mutual friend.
Yeah.
And then, like, I can't remember right now where Jekasole lives because every time I say it, I'm always wrong. But I know he doesn't live here within Florida. But he's basically reached out to me to come out on his project. So when I had this idea, obviously I don't write myself off as a singer. Yeah. But I won't deny, like, for me to try to test some things. But when I heard this song and I wrote it, I was like, nah, I want a singer, beautiful voice. And basically, like, this song is just a message that at the end of the day, like, even if you have nothing, like, you have everything if you have God in your life. Yeah. So it's just like, that's the message that I took from it. Like, people obviously sometimes look around, they don't have material things, and it's just like, the fact that you have your life and you know that God has allowed you to live another day, like, that's all you need. Because it's another opportunity to be better, to go and be great.
See, for this podcast, y'all, it's God, faith, growth, opportunity. Because I said, like, you know, time just, you know, it's hard, but, you know, like I tell my fiance, you know, my best friends, you know, I tell them, like, you know, every time I wake up, I get extra hype because there's always, you know, new opportunities out here. You never know, like, every artist I met, every person I met that's, you know, that's chasing that dream, I say any moment now you could blow up. You could be, you know, that person. You know what I'm saying? So it's just, you got to just have faith and just work consistently and, you know, just, you know.
You gotta be open to change, constructive criticism. Yeah. And just like, you know, being able to put yourself out there in different environments that you're not really used to or like comfortable with. Because that's actually something I'm working for myself. Like just putting myself in different environments. Yeah. So.
This was and then the last track, Bear and New Name, which is the title. So, it's kind of crazy because like this is actually the last track. I never seen that before. As the title of the actual album is last. Like, was that on purpose?
It was on purpose.
And why is that? Before we go deep into it,
I put it on purpose because, like I said, like in the beginning of the podcast, I said this entire album is just an insight of my journey. So it's just like I felt that in order for you to understand why I consider myself of having a new name, a new identity, you guys kind of had to have a backstory. So basically all the tracks leading up to it is the backstory.
Man, that's what's up, man. That's what's up.
He is mind blown right now, guys.
I'm mind blown.
You can just see his face right now.
And she will be on my album, y'all. The people that know that I'm working on that album, you know, shout out to DJ Khaled, shout out to DJ Drummer, which is like my favorite DJ. You know.
Mine too.
He was the one who, you know, my sister, she went to school at Alabama State.
Oh, okay.
And she used to live there for a while, and then before she moved back down to Miami, but she used to always come back down with like Jeezy tapes and stuff, and Lil Wayne tapes and stuff, and it'd be DJ Drummer tapes. You know, Drummer, he went to Morris Brown up in Atlanta.
Oh, I didn't even know.
Yeah, so like he'll sell like, you know, his mixtapes and stuff like that. So, you know, her going to HBCU, you know, Alabama State, you know, they all connect and stuff like that. So she brought down Jeezy mixtape. I think it was Can't Ban the Snowman, and DJ Drummer hosted that. And ever since then, I'm like, this man, like, he's my idol. He still is my idol. Like, I want to interview him one day. Like, I just want to sit down and just
talk to him,
pick his brain and stuff. You know what I'm saying? But the reason why I want to come out an album is because, one, you know, a lot of DJs showing that, you know, they could come out with an album. You know, just pick people that, you know, that feel like that's right, you know, for the track.
Exactly.
And like I always say, like, I know a lot of artists, you know, and probably the hardest thing about it is not really getting the beats, but it's just like when you get the beat, you're like, damn, who I want to get on it? You know what I'm saying? Like you said earlier, I don't want to push you on the track that don't make no sense for you. Like,
exactly.
Honestly, you'll probably be one of them artists where I'll probably push you on the track by yourself, or I'll probably push you on the track where it just got to make sense.
It has to, like, there has to be, like, a connection.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know. I just know, like, I don't, like I said, I don't discriminate on, like, being on people's projects, but for me, like, most importantly, is, like, I have to know the message, what we sending out, because...
So if it's the right message, but the other artist is cursing, you'll be fine with that?
Probably not.
Okay. Because that's what I'm saying, like...
Yeah, probably not. It's only because it's just, like, at the end of the day, like, it's just, like, I have to be careful with what I do, what I say.
Yeah.
So it's just, like, it's not, like, me trying to be a different person. It's just at the end of the day, like, everyone will hold me to a higher stake just because of the walk that I chose to walk. Mm-hmm. And the faith that I choose to hold on to. It's just, like, it's nothing on purpose. It's just, like... Just something more for me to try to come up from.
Yeah.
So it's just like, you know, but like I'm not gonna even sit in front. Like one of my favorite artists is actually Drake.
Drake. Like, we was gonna talk about that, but I was trying to wait. Nah. We gonna talk about that in a little bit.
So it's just like that's what I'm saying. Like there's stuff that I will listen to and that I'll jam to, but it's just like. You know, like, I always listen to the message. Like, it's really hard for me to listen to a lot of, like, raw music.
Yeah.
Like, stuff that's not really saying nothing, like, it's just, I can't.
Pretty much the Little Pump of the world.
Yes. Gucci Gang.
I didn't even know he was from Dade. I didn't know he was from Miami.
Neither did I.
Until I had to look it up. Like, this man from Dade? I'm like, he's from Carol City.
Yeah, I didn't know that.
So the producers, Platinum Beats was, like, the ones who produced the whole album. And then you also had... Death Stars was produced
All Over My Life.
Yeah, the second. So, what was so unique about these producers?
I would say that what's unique about them is just like their vision to being different to sound. So it was just like the fact that they had these like club banger beats. Mm-hmm. Like I don't know, it was just something that drew me to these beats. Like it just like they would play them for me and I'm just listening and I'm like, you know what, hey, like I like this, like, and it's crazy because even my engineer, when we would play back the tracks, he's like, hold on, he's like, you sure we're doing Christian music here? And I would start laughing. I'm like, what you mean? He's like, this don't sound like it. I'm like, there's no words, like, what are you talking about? And he starts laughing. He's like, no. He's like, this doesn't sound like like a beat that you would listen to for gospel music. And I'm just like, well, so it's time to switch it up. Like, you know, we can make it exciting and still like, like staying true to who I am. Yeah. And still like being able to keep up with what's going on today.
Yeah, like I said, like with Lecrae got some tracks. I'm like, you can play this in the club, but it has that message, you know, behind it. You know what I'm saying? So these producers are like your Dre, pretty much, or like your Swiss Beats. Like you have to have them on board for anything.
I'm open to different producers, but like for this entire album, like honestly, I didn't even realize that we got all the beats from this one particular group of people until like the end of the album when I had to put the credits together. And I realized, I was like, wow, I shouldn't like not even put produced by this, produced by that, I should have just put entire album produced by whatever, but I didn't catch on to it.
Nah, because like, you know, I have beats, you know.
I'm a very big sucker for 808s.
808s?
808s.
So I'm going to keep that in mind.
Okay.
You heard that? Little Red Red. Shout out to Little Red Red. Shout out to Valona. Shout out.